directing the whole scenario.
When Pete tells a story, he's very humble. But what he doesn't tell you is when that submarine performs the emergency blow, it is out of control. And when it reaches the surface, that box that it can be in is about a mile square.
Speed, and they said it's going to be. They said where it was going to be. 200 yards mean. Okay, I'm shooting there. Submarine comes up over here.
I don't even know if he swung the camera around and got it, other than once it went back down, just the wake. But somehow they were able to coordinate.
So I hear through the earphones, telemetry says, we see the air. We know what happened. We'll give you better data this time. I said, roger that. Can we have another rehearsal? The skipper of the Pittsburgh, the submarine, says, no, I got tests to do. It's either now or never. Okay, and so telemetry says, okay, she's going to be 600 yards of beam. And 10, 9. I went, oh, jeez. So I hit record. I said, well, I don't know. I guess that's about out there somewhere. I got the exposure off the cloud, so I think I got the good exposure. And God is my witness. He was on my side. You couldn't have framed this thing anybody. No skill, just blind luck.
I mean, for that thing to come up in dead center of a cameraman's frame, shooting from a helicopter out into an open ocean where there's absolutely no reference. Am I a half mile away or a mile away from the helicopter? Was an incredible shot.
The emergency blow of the sub popping through the surface is one of the most requested pieces of footage probably in the history of the Navy.
Video without audio, good audio, is just surveillance footage. That's all they'll use it for. And then they're going to have to save you by either doing away with the track and putting something else in there, which is an insult to a sound man.
Some would say a bond between a man and his job is similar to that which ties one to his country. For Pete, this connection runs much deeper and is described in one simple word: shipmate.
As close as you can get is what you need to do.
Whether he is physically in uniform or not really doesn't matter. He does wear the uniform inside, and he looks at other sailors to exemplify that, to take that pride, that Navy pride, into everything that they do.
Well, Pete to me is frankly one of the most generous people I've ever met, with his time, with his money. I mean, he's helped family members, he's helped sailors here when they've been in financial need, he's helped neighbors.
You know, Pete would call you a shipmate. And Pete was a shipmate to a lot of sailors and a lot of people. But I think the most important thing is Pete demonstrated to you that he was a shipmate.
And I've got shipmates, and I tell you what, I lay my life in their hands. That's what it means to me. When your life gets tough, and I've been through some tough times personally, and always the stable part of my life was the people and the work here. When everything else is going to hell in a handbasket, I can come here and look forward to coming here to being with the people that I love working with and doing the work that I love doing. So, that makes life kind of easy.
Just like sports, on game day, you're out there on the field, you look over for Pete, he's right there. He's right there beside you, or he's going to move ahead of you, whatever's necessary. And so, in that sense, it will be a great loss for us not to have Pete. It'll be a great loss for other sailors not to experience Pete.
Having him here every day has been a real gift, and one I truly appreciate, and his absence will be very hard to deal with.
I think the legacy he leaves is that with one good hammer and one good square, you can make a very good house. And you don't have to have the shiny new piece of technology to do a good job.
There's a lot of history on the walls here. And as I glance right and left, I see a lot of stuff that we inherited. And what I want to do is kind of pass on the tradition to you, for you to carry on.
Pete beat age, technology, history, and logic. He handed his knowledge to anyone with an open hand.
We used to have our own.
And he never cared about the credits, just the quality of the product. He never cued a fader or raised the boom for himself. He did it for those in uniform. For Pete Peters, being an audio engineer was a job. Being a shipmate was his career.
Quickest day in 48 years anybody's ever lived in their life. I tell you that. It went by like that. Okay, great memories. I got a head full of memories, and a lot of stuff that I'm proud of, and some stuff I would do a little differently. But my God, it went fast. So what happens? What's that mean? That means that you're having so much fun. Time is not a factor. And you're truly blessed when you can go through life or look forward to coming to work for two reasons, for your work and for the people.